Hey guys, Maedhros here. Today's video is going to be on ZeRo Saga, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Not only is this the final big tournament of the year for Smash 4, it's also being considered a Tier 1 tournament by Panda Global when they make their rankings. Now, this has caused some controversy. One side of it is that for some reason UGC was considered Tier 1 when their player got 3rd. Whoa! That is completely random because they consider them both, and they released this thingy explaining why they are both considered Tier 1 tournaments. Now, a Tier 1 is Majors Premiers, 512 248 people is the range, with over 20 PGR members. Then it goes down to 256 to 512 for Tier 2 and 10 PGR members, finally ending up with Tier 3 being regionals, like 128, 256, 5 PGR members. Okay, so this makes sense. Okay, however, the reason why they are counting UGC and ZeRo Saga as Tier 1 tournaments, even though they have like, ZeRo Saga is like 370-ish people, they are considering it because out of those 370, like 35 of those people are PGR members, and the prize pot is huge, and it's just, when it comes down to it, the talent is high enough, though the player number isn't. So this time they decided that because there are, instead of 20 PGR members, you have 35 PGR members, so there's one PGR member for every like 13 non-PGR members. They decided this warrants it to be a Tier 1 tournament. Frankly, I agree with them. It's definitely big enough, definitely high profile enough. It's the final tournament of the year as well. And with how many people are here, international players, you have Obadongo, Kameme, Niantono, and then you have MK Leo, Mr. R. All the international players are here. Komarakiri, gosh, god man. And then you have all the people from the States. It really makes sense to make this a major. So I have to agree with it. If you want their reasoning, they have a twit longer on this, on the PG Stats Twitter page. Their pinned post is how they put things in the specific tiers. And then this one is more why they do that and why they're making an exception in this case. So I have to agree with them. Read it if you want to. It's pretty interesting. Anyways, jumping into the actual topic. Okay, so we are going to have... Sorry, let me change this. Obadongo and Rich Brown. Okay, so these are the two players I'm going to be covering first. Both Mewtwo's, both high-level Mewtwo's, and as most of my audiences are Mewtwo players, that most people would be more interested in. Okay, so starting off, you have in projected for winners round 1, you have Obadongo versus Salem and Larry Lur versus Kameme. The reason why I mentioned Larry Lur versus Kameme is because of quarterfinals, where it's projected to be Obadongo versus Larry Lur. Now, I really want to go into this, so I have all of their pool brackets right here. Okay, so Obadongo is the usual, and then he has to fight Saj. For those of you who don't know, Saj is a really good Bayonetta from Florida. He took out Nairo at Pound, if I remember correctly. He is definitely really good. He used to be a Peach main, and then he switched over to Bayonetta when she came out. But he was a really good Peach main. He's just a good player. So I believe Obadongo can beat Saj. Obadongo has the matchup experience he needs. He has the top player skill. So I believe Obadongo can take this readily. I'm not expecting it to be... I'm expecting this to be easier than him versus Nakat at UGC. However, he might not actually end up fighting Saj. He might end up fighting Pug West, as you can see right here. I don't find it super surprising that Pugwest was seated below Saj, but I think that Pugwest could definitely take this. Pugwest is a very good Mars player, the brother of Mars, so I can't say, oh yeah, Saj is totally gonna take that. I think Pugwest could likely win. However, I believe Abadongo will still win versus Pugwest. Okay, so moving on, you have, this should be Salem, yes. Okay, so, Salem is going to fight Samsora. Yeah, I have to give that to Salem still. Another Peach. Samsora, if you don't know, he's from the Texas area. Really good, taking out some top-level players, continuously surprising everyone. It's really expected for him to get far into the bracket. However, I believe Salem will win. Salem, a lot of people consider him a top 5 player, skill-wise. He really just came out with a bang after Bayonetta came out, winning tournaments. There was a collision recently where he just took out everybody. That was a crazy tournament. So he'll definitely take that. Yeah, I don't see any doubt that that's going to be Salem Samsora. There's a possibility Zan might upset Samsora. I think that Samsora is just the better player. A bit more skill. It's just he's shown better results, and I have to give him the upside on the Samsora Zan matchup. Okay, moving on. This is Larry Lur. I find it sort of surprising that Larry Lur was seated above Kememe. Oh yeah, quick note, there was the whole seeding controversy, but I didn't really find it that, like, ooh, compared to other ones, so I'm not going to be mentioning that a whole lot. It was seeded according to results, more recent results, so I can understand why this goes. One weird thing is that you have Larry Lur versus Mr. Concon in semifinals of pools. There's a chance Mr. Concon could take this. I have to give it to Larry Lur. I believe Larry Lur has an overwhelming advantage when they play at weeklies in SoCal. But I find it odd that two people from the same region are going up against each other so early in bracket, especially two higher level players from the same region. And then you have Nietono versus Rio. I can't call that for either of them. Rio is extremely good. Nietono is extremely good. Nietono is the Japanese Diddy Kong Sheik main. I believe he is more Diddy Kong now. And Rio is, of course, the Ike main who also has a Corrin. Okay, so assuming Nietono wins that, Nietono would go up against Larry Lur, which I believe Larry Lur will solidly take it, considering he has taken sets off of ZeRo, and he has taken sets off of Void, and Mr. R, if I'm correct. I believe so. Yes, that was a 3-1. So Larry Lur has beaten the best players of both of Nietono's characters. So I have to say that Larry Lur has the upside. Top player, experience in the matchup versus the best players of the characters. There's just too much going for Larry Lur in this case. And then, of course, Kameme. Oh, he has to go up against Prince Ramen. So I think that Kameme will definitely get upset by Prince Ramen. No. But going up into... oh. Okay, well, Fatality Aardvark. Aardvark is a SoCal villager main. Really good. Looking at that, I think that Fatality will take it. However, Villager versus Captain Falcon, that could be very, very interesting. We'll have to see how that goes, because Aardvark could take that. Whichever way it goes, though, Aardvark, Fatality versus Kameme, I think Kameme will take it. I am just thinking about Captain Falcon versus Mega Man. That does not sound pretty, that does not look pretty. And then Villager Mega Man is more even-ish, but I think Kameme is just really good, and I think Kameme will take it. Okay, so going back to top 48, I think that the seeding is correct and that all of these guys will make it into their respective slots. I do not think an upset will happen. So they predict that Larry Lur will beat Kameme. Now, I have results. Yeah, and so they have never fought before. So I can't really call that with certainty. However, I have to say Kameme will take it. Matchup-wise, I believe Mega Man does win that matchup. Mega Man has some really just good edge guarding versus versus Fox. Gus Mega Man versus Fox. There's a lot of edge guarding that Mega Man can do. Of course, Fox has things he can do. However, it'll be close. I'm not calling a 3-0. I think it could go Game 5. I'm expecting more of a 3-1 Kameme's favor. Larry Lur could take it, but I just don't know. So Void has come very close to beating Kameme, and if you put Larry Lur and Void on the same level, then it could make, you have to put Larry Lur and Kameme on about the same level, skill-wise, maybe Kameme a bit more. But I think Larry Lur could take it, and giving the advantage to Kameme though. And then Abadango versus Salem. Now, for those of you who don't know, Abadango has faced off versus Salem. It was at a tournament called Little Big House 2, which was the pre-Big House tournament that a bunch of top players went to. I'm not going to give that much credit to that for a couple of reasons. First, it wasn't even a tier 3 tournament, technically. So you can't really give much credit to that. It was a pre-big tournament, so no one's really going all out. And then another thing is that was sort of an Abadango's mini slump as he was learning both Mega Man and Mewtwo at the same time, and his Mewtwo really suffered a bit for that. However, as we saw at UGC, his Mewtwo has really gone up a lot since then. So yes, Abadango did lose to Salem. I do have those numbers. Yep, 2-0. I don't have the, dang it, I don't have the set match count, but that wasn't game 10, no. That was like probably 2 3-1s, maybe even a 3-0. So I'm going to, just because of Salem's skill, Abadango's skill, Abadango, as we saw at UGC, is at the peak of his game again. Salem is also really good, still taking out top-level players. He is a top-level player. I have to say it's a toss-up, though, because of bias, I want to say Abadango will win. And I'm going to assume Abadango will win for the sake of my analysis. Yeah, so Abadango Kameme. Okay, so again, for those of you who don't know, Abadango currently has a 4-2 record versus Kameme. Abadango 4, Kameme 2. Kameme, at Umabura 25, it took 2 sets off of Abadango. That is where he got those 2. Other than that, Kameme has not beaten Abadango. So I have to give this to Abadango. I think Mewtwo has the options to take out Mega Man, and from their record, Abadango has the lead. So I think Abadango will do it, and will possibly clutch it out. I'm expecting Game 5, maybe Game 4. I'm not expecting a 3-0 at that level. Okay, and then if it's ZeRo versus Abadango, I have to give it to ZeRo. However, Abadango has shown that he is now able to get ZeRo to Game 5. Oh gosh, excuse me. With UGC. So there's a possibility that Abadango could take it. I'm really hoping he will, but it has to go to ZeRo just because previous results, previous showings, ZeRo definitely has the upper hand. Okay. So that is basically Abadango's run. If Abadango were to lose to ZeRo, he would go down. Where would he go? Oh, and he'd go and fight Komarakiri. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think Komarakiri would win. Cloud, Mewtwo. Abadango has never expressed a like for that matchup. He really doesn't like Cloud. And the matchup charts he's put out before, he said that it was decidedly in Cloud's favor. So if they do fight each other, I believe that Komarakiri will take it. Probably 3-1, Komarakiri's favor. So yeah, sad, but I think Komarakiri has the upper hand over Abadango in this case. Strangely enough, I don't think they've played before. Yeah, 0-0, they haven't played. So, that's very interesting. Alright, anyways, I want to move on to Rich Brown, who is projected to be in losers. Okay. So, Rich Brown. He is in a pool with Mr. E, he has JK, Rich Brown, and Seagull Joe, and Z. So, as it goes, if it goes how it's projected, I believe that Rich Brown will beat Seagull Joe. Seagull Joe has practiced versus Wadi. However, Seagull Joe has never done amazingly well versus Wadi, and I have heard him speak out against the Mewtwo Sonic matchup, and he doesn't like that. And then Rich Brown is very good, so I think Rich Brown will take this. And then moving on to Mr. E versus Rich Brown, they've actually fought a couple of times before. They fought at EVO. I believe they fought at Big House. So from what I remember, it's in Mr. E's favor. However, Rich Brown has taken a set. That is what I remember. When it comes down to it, though, I think Mr. E will take it, with Rich Brown losing here. And so he goes directly to top 48 of losers. If he does lose to Seagull Joe, he would go up versus JK and Nero. Nero is a Pikachu. So he'd go up against JK, probably in losers, in which case he would then go to top 48 again. Okay, so assuming we'll just follow that bracket. Okay, so if he loses, he goes up against Pugwest. Oh, that's a lot of marks. If he beats Pugwest, I think he can. Yeah, I think he can take that. I don't have much thoughts on that. I think he just wins that. He'd go and he'd fight Vinny. Vinny, as most of you should know, is a very good Sheik main. The second person to take a set off of ZeRo at PAX last year. So very good, very good. He did take a break and he has fallen off a bit since then. But a very good player. I think Rich Brown will take it though, just because of current skill levels. I believe Rich Brown is better. And then Anti versus Rich Brown. This is very interesting. Anti has beaten Rich Brown before at EVO. And when it comes down to it, Anti has lost to Abadango because he went Diddy Kong. He lost to Wadi because he went Diddy Kong. And he beat Rich Brown because he went Mario. Yeah. So, if he goes Diddy Kong, I think Rich Brown will take it. If he goes Mario, it's more of a toss-up, in my opinion, looking at it. I think that is a toss-up matchup going on. If he has to fight Tweak after that, I think Tweak will beat him. Tweak, and then the Buzz, that's really a gauntlet. Anti and On, I do not know. I can't. Anything I would be saying would be biased, because, oh yeah, Anti has better results than Rich Brown, so Anti should take it. Oh, Tweak has better results than Rich Brown, so Tweak should take it. So, yeah. So I think Rich Brown will get to losers round 3, which would be, is that like top 17? Yeah, I think he'll get top 17, top 12, maybe even 9th. If he really has a good day, he can get into top 8. But we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so that is basically my Mewtwo mains roundup. So, on to the next topic. So this one is going to be tournament winners. Okay, so possible tournament winners. You have ZeRo, you have Kameme, you have Salem, and MK Leo, Komarakiri. I'm going to say those are the most likely people to win. So I'm going to go over ZeRo's bracket right here. Second. Okay. There we go. Dang that. Okay. ZeRo versus Zax. I think ZeRo will beat Zax. Hold the phone. Okay, Zax is projected to beat Foe. Okay, so ZeRo versus Foe. I think ZeRo can take it. ZeRo will probably take it. Foe is extremely good, the Nest player that dropped off the map a bit. But whenever he does come back, he does put on a really good show. Very good. Top 8 at G3. Very, very good Nest player. So if it is ZeRo versus Foe, I believe ZeRo will take it. Yeah, Diddy Kong edge guarding, ZeRo's precision versus Foe's also precision when it comes down to it. But I don't know. Yeah, ZeRo versus Nest, they've fought before. ZeRo's always won. We'll see how that goes, but I have to put a strong favor onto ZeRo. Okay, so then moving into top 48, we have ZeRo versus Captain Zack. Now, ZeRo has taken out Salem, who is very arguably better than Captain Zack. ZeRo is very good. I have to give this one to ZeRo. Captain Zack is very good, so upset potential, but when it comes down to it, I think ZeRo does frankly outclass Captain Zack. Captain Zack, no, nothing against him. He has the potential to become a very good top-level player, but I think at this moment, ZeRo is still just outside his reach. Okay, so then you have ZeRo and winners quarterfinals. Now, most of you might know, but the big controversy around the seeding was that Dabuz was seeded very low and Dabuz was not happy about it. Frankly, he has a lot to not be happy about. He gets to fight Ally round 1, ZeRo round 2, and if he wins that, he gets to fight Abadongo round 3. Goody. That is not fun at all. Just, other people have really hard gauntlets too, but this is just like, oh yeah, these guys have gone back and forth. Yeah, what's Dabuz's record versus Ally? Oh yeah, they're currently 1-1. But, gosh, that could go any way. Last time they fought was at Evo, which was a swift 2-0. Yeah, I can't call that. ZeRo versus Dabuz, I think ZeRo will win it. I think ZeRo has the upper hand. Dabuz can do it, though. If Dabuz wins, I think that's really just a gauntlet for Dabuz. So, assuming ZeRo wins, I think ZeRo has the upper hand versus Dabuz. I think versus Ally, less of an upper hand, but I believe ZeRo will still win that. Then I think ZeRo will beat Abadongo if it comes down to it. The only one I'd say ZeRo would really have trouble against in this little section here is, I think Larry Lur would really be a worry for ZeRo. No. I think the only one that ZeRo should be worried about would be Kameme. Other than that, recently at a tournament, ZeRo took 2 sets over Larry Lur, and ZeRo has been practicing versus Mega Man a lot. ZeRo recently beat Salem and currently has a winning record. I think ZeRo's only worry here would be Kameme, and then everyone else, of course, has upset potential. These are all super high-level players. This entire top 32 is super high-level players. I know every single person on this list and how good they are. I don't personally know them, but there are no names I don't recognize. There's no Smasher 5085 on this list. It's all like, oh, that guy top 8 at a major. Oh, that guy top 8 in a major. Oh, that guy won a major. So, crazy tournament. I think as it goes, everyone has a gauntlet, and I can't really call who's gonna win because everyone could get upset at any moment. But when it comes down to it, I think looking at brackets, ZeRo has a chance. I think Komarakiri has a chance if ZeRo falls out. And I think maybe Ally, if Ally beats ZeRo and DeBuzz, then Ally would be in a good position to take the tournament. And I really think those are the 3 main possibilities. But anyways, that's the end of my discussion, my analysis. So please give me your thoughts, tell me how you liked it, any improvements you may have. I'm really trying to work on these, improve these. Of course, this one is 26 minutes long, so streamline these, get more information out in a less amount of time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys later.